Hello, this is Rebecca Woodhead, and this video is for you if you are someone who wants to know how to build your own brand online, even if you are selling somebody else's products or you're in a system that doesn't primarily brand you. Well, first of all, thank you for joining me for this training today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the kinds of things that I have done to create the kind of influence online that means that I was recently on the front cover of the Small Business Owner magazine. That's me there. I've hit various lists online for influence, including lists put together by people or organizations like Clout, Twitter Grader, Hootsuite, and so on, about social media influence. And the reason that I've been able to do that is that I've consistently led with my brand. Now, there are times when there are launches, for example, that I will lead with the product that I'm particularly promoting at that moment in time, because everybody is talking about the same product, and it's important to let people know, hey, I'm also an affiliate for that, so that if you're on their radar, they'll come through your link rather than somebody else's. But generally what I do is I lead with my own brand, my own qualities, and then the things that I promote are always they're always part of that, so they are always going to resonate with my brand. And what that does is, first of all, it gives people confidence in me as a person and as an entrepreneur, but it also means that they know that if I get on board with something, it is going to resonate with my personal beliefs and my personal ethics. That is always the case. I am never going to get into something that I deem to be unethical, and in fact, if anything ever becomes unethical or seems to me to be unethical, I would be out of it in a heartbeat. So people who've watched me over the years have known, for example, that there was there have been people who I've taken advice from in the past, for example, and then I found out unethical things about them and just had nothing to do with them again, because what's most important to me is my clients, the people who want to work with me, and their well-being, and I'm never going to put them in a position where they can come in contact with people like that, because I'm just not like that. I'm very, very ethical, and that's always going to be the case with the stuff that I promote. So for example, one of the things that I am promoting at the moment is a product that is called Elite Marketing Pro. And the reason I got into that product, let me just show you it. The reason I got into this was because I felt that I was letting my clients down, because I had loads of different things for them in terms of ways for them to build marketing funnels, ways for them to promote their own stuff, ways for them to brand themselves, loads of mindset stuff as well, of course, and plenty of coaching, but I didn't have a way for them to earn residual income, passive earnings, without putting together their own stuff. And what I noticed over time was that some people were kind of getting stuck. They were getting to a point where they wanted to put their own products out, they wanted to put their own books out, but they were getting a real crisis of confidence. And the reason for that, I realized over time, was that they actually hadn't made money online. Now, some of them were very wealthy people who'd made a lot of money in business offline, but they just hadn't made money online. And so because they hadn't made money online, they didn't trust that process yet, and they really needed something that was like stabilizers. I don't know what you call them in America. Those little wheels that you put on bicycles when you're going from being on a tricycle to being on an actual bicycle. We call them training wheels, you call them, I think. So something that was basically like training wheels that could pull in a profit for people and could put in leads for them without them having to brand themselves on everything, without knowing whether or not it would work yet or not. So I was looking for something that had products that were proven products, that were best-selling products already, so they didn't have to worry about whether the products were good or not, and they didn't have to create a product not knowing how the market was going to respond to it, but also something that allowed them to brand themselves. Now, the stuff I'm telling you in this video would work for something that doesn't allow you to brand yourself in the way that Elite Marketing Pro does. So if you're not interested in Elite Marketing Pro, that's absolutely fine. You can use this for something else. But if you are interested in Elite Marketing Pro, I'm going to tell you about that. I'm also going to put my links in this video. Now, if somebody else has sent you here with their own links, they really shouldn't have done that, because this is my video and I haven't told them to do that. But you're going to see my links through this video. There are lots of videos of mine that I've made available to people that I've referred into other things, and I've said, look, send people along to my stuff if you can't be bothered to make it, and just give them your links. This is not one of those videos, so if you've been sent here by someone, go back to them and say, you're being lazy, make your own videos. So however, if you're on my team for Elite Marketing Pro, you do need to watch this, because this is something that you can do because you're on my team, and I've given you that other functionality within Priceless Possibilities, the free system I gave you, that you can do this stuff with. So you need to pay attention to this. But within this system, you can actually brand your stuff yourself, because you can put your own details within things like magnetic, sponsoring, and building on a budget, and various other products that are within Elite Marketing Pro, which is an amazing thing. But even if you couldn't, there is still a way that you can brand yourself. Now, there's actually a couple of ways you can brand yourself. The first is you can actually use the system itself to brand you. I'll click on it and show you this. You also get membership of What's Working Now if you get in through my link, by the way. I'll put the link somewhere. So in the training section, if you're in Elite Marketing Pro, if you scroll down, there is an advanced bit here. This step 6, capture pages, optional advanced step. You can set up your own optimized press capture pages in here. Now, if you know how to do that with optimized press, and you're not in any way intimidated by it, and it's not going to hold you back, then you can just come straight into here and do that. So if you're an optimized press nerd, you'll be just overjoyed that you've just seen that, because obviously you can do that. You can do that. Most people, I think, find that there's a bit of a learning curve on optimized press, or if they've never kind of had their own blog before or anything like that, and they don't know about how to host their own stuff, there's somewhat of a learning curve on that's pretty steep. And I say that as an affiliate for Optimized Press. It's not what I advise people to use up front. I think it's too complicated. Doesn't mean it's not awesome, but I would say that's an advanced step, and if you get too caught up on that up front, it's going to hold you back from getting results. So the way that I got results in this system was I got in, and in the first 10 days I took massive action. I did nothing complicated at all. I went to the My Link section. I looked at the products that were available. I grabbed the links for the products I liked, like Pro Blog Academy and magnetic sponsoring and so on, and I shared them with people. That's basically all you have to do. You just grab a link and you share it with someone. That is about as sophisticated as I got with this. And with that particular strategy, I brought in 17 people in 10 days, set up over $2,000 worth of residual, passive residual income. This is your invite link, by the way. This is the link to get people into the system if you want to sell that. So 17 people went through this and got in on the trial. Most of those then actually upgraded afterwards. So I got $120 per person per month in passive earnings. And then for every $10 referral, I got eight of those $10 as well. So it's a pretty easy little earner. It was for me anyhow. I'm not suggesting that you'll get the same results, but I just used really simple tactics. I did not go through all of this how-to stuff and set up autoresponders and capture pages and stuff. Didn't do that. What I did instead was I went to this system, which is really simple to use. So the way that you can use this system, which is called Priceless Possibilities, and I'll put a link for that on here. My link for it actually is branding.withrebecca, REBECCA.com, is that you can create your own lead capture pages, and you can create personal lead capture pages that are branded to you. So I'll show you how you can first of all create something that's really simple, and then how you can do something that's a little bit more personal. So a really simple way to do it is, if you are in the kind of make money niche, you just grab one of these, right? So if you're in an MLM, you're in kind of internet marketing in general, and you're selling the idea of making residual income, selling the idea of the kind of millionaire lifestyle or whatever, then you just pick one of these, and you fill in the details. You put your video in there, that's your video, you're introducing the system, and then people put their details in. You integrate Aweber, and you can actually bring the system emails into this, so that people will get the same emails that they would get from magnetic sponsoring via Elite Marketing Pro through this, but it's just going into your Aweber account instead of using the main account. So this is a slightly advanced step. If you want to do that, you can do that. And you put your video in here, and you can introduce Elite Marketing Pro through that. You can also introduce anything else you want through that. If you're in an MLM, if you're selling some kind of way to make money or whatever, you can do that. And there's also options within the system where you can give away stuff too. So you can give away courses on things as well. But I would suggest, if you're with Elite Marketing Pro, to keep it simple, because you've already got all of that stuff within Elite Marketing Pro. So I wouldn't actually use one of these. And part of the reason I'm making this video is for people who really are not in this niche. So if you're not, the reason being that I actually want to promote this, which is Ray Higdon's Pro Blog Academy, because it's brilliant and it's about how to get influence and build lists and so forth, and get good SEO and everything using blogs. But I want to market this to people who aren't in the network marketing niche. Now, if you look at the copy on this, it's $1 Million Network Marketer spills the beans on blah, 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 and then it's talking about recruits and so forth. If I am talking to somebody who's a freelance writer, has no interest whatsoever in network marketing, and just wants to set up a blog because they want to promote their writing, and they want to get more writing gigs, or they want to sell more books, this page is not going to get them to put their email in, because it's not speaking to them. So I want to make a page that speaks to them. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to go with one of these. I would either go with, say for example here you've got the dynamic video lead capture page. I'd either go with something like this that's just got a kind of like a mountainous backdrop or something like that, or just a generic person backdrop, or I would put my own background image in there, which brands me even more on that one. Or I'd use a really simple one like this, or this one, template 5, once you're in here, really converts well. Or these ones, you can put bullet points, and again, they're more generic. Or I would make a sales page and put an Aweber form in it. And I tend increasingly to use that strategy a lot, because I think it works really well. But I'll show you, if you just want the kind of point and push button thing, I'll show you how you can do that with this. So the first thing you do is you get your own background image and you upload that file. So I'll do that now. Okay, so this is just a picture that I took from a hangout. It's nothing particularly spectacular in terms of what it is, but I just want to show you what that looks like. Now, if you didn't want to put a video in, you just wanted to put text, you could just do it like that, and then you'd put in your details to find out how blogging can help you as a writer or something like that, and then they'd put in their details, and they'd click that, and then you'd make it so it went straight through to the Pro Blog Academy sales page. But actually what's better is to make an image where your face is over here, or whatever you want is over here, and then you put a video in here. So I'm going to leave this as it is, so you'll see this stuff, but you won't see my face. So it's going to be not quite right, but I'm just basically showing you how to make this. So I'm in this editing it now. So the next thing that I want to do is edit the basics. So like I said, in here I would put something like, I mean, you can put anything you want in here. See? There's loads of pre-written stuff, but I'm just going to put I'll just put that. So, how blogging can help writers sell more books. And I will pick that colour because I know that that colour's likely to work with the stuff I've got in the bookcase there. And then you select the video location. So I would put something on there like just an introduction to it, saying, hi, on the next page you're going to see my friend Ray Higdon, who's someone that I helped. In my case, I'd say, you know, this is someone I helped to become an author. He's a really great guy. I highly recommend that you get this course. It's going to tell you how to become a success as a blogger, and he's got loads of information in there, even if you're a total newbie. So if you want some free training from him and to find out more about his course, just put your details in, press the button, and you can see him on the next page. So that's basically what I do, and I put it in video format. But what I'm going to do for the sake of this is I'll just pick one of their pre-made videos. If you didn't pick one of the ones that's in the system, all you need to do is just click choose a video from another location, and then it gives you a little box that you can paste in the embed code from YouTube to your own video. Then I've done that, so everything's done. So then you just click review and you view it. And that's it. So this is basically what it would be. You'd have, see what I mean about it makes sense to put your face over here, and they put their details in and click send free info now, and then they would bypass that opt-in page for Ray's system, and they go through this instead. Now clearly this is not perfect. If I was doing this properly, I'd be playing around with the colours, I'd have a decent picture back there, I'd change, you know, the text and various other things. There'd be my video there, but this is just to show you really quickly, you know, in a few minutes, how you use the system to brand yourself. How you use it if you're going to use a sales page is there's two different things. First of all, you can make it so that actually in your video you say, on the next page I'll tell you how you can do this, and then the next page is a sales page where you give some basic training on blogging, and then you say, if you want some more advanced information on this, click the button below, and the button says more info. They click that and then they get through to Ray's course. So that you've basically pre-sold them, and it's completely relevant to who they are. Whereas if they go through wherever it is, if they go through this and they're a writer or an artist or whatever, this makes no sense to them. You know, if you're dealing with kind of primarily with spiritual healers or something, this is not going to work. So making your own version that actually speaks directly to your core market makes perfect sense, and it brands you better as well. So let me show you what the sales pages look like, and also how you can use sales pages as opt-in forms if you want to. Okay, so since we were talking about Ray Higdon anyway, I'm going to show you a sales page I made within Priceless Possibilities that's actually to do with a course that I made using a video I did, an interview that I did with Ray Higdon. So it's called The Mindset Behind the Magic, and it's about money acceptance. And the way I've made this sales page is that I've put a video of part of the interview that I did with Ray, and then I've put a couple of testimonials in from people who bought the product early, and then all I've done is I've just pasted in the code for my Aweber account list. So the opt-in form for it. So I've just pasted the code in there. So this just goes through Aweber. It doesn't go through Priceless Possibilities. That is useful if you just want everything going through Aweber and you just want to deal with things within Aweber. If you don't have an Aweber account, there's an autoresponder within Priceless Possibilities that you can use. If you're in Elite Marketing Pro though, I recommend getting an Aweber account because you can actually take all of their emails as a code for it and put them into Aweber, and I don't know if that works the same way within Priceless Possibilities. So personally I go with this because apart from anything, it converts really well. It converts, you know, no less well than the setup opt-in pages they have within the system. And I like kind of knowing that that's just going within, I know where all those emails are coming from and going to. And it's I'm just being a control freak with it, basically. So yeah, they all go onto my list, and it all ends up within Aweber, and it's nice and neat for me. So this is a sales page. So if you were using this as a sales page, instead of putting this down here, you just put a button down here for to get through to the next thing, or to buy now, buy now button, or a PayPal button, or something like that. You can do anything you want with it. There's loads of different pages you can set up in here for sales pages. I'm not going to spend loads of time on that. If you want to actually see what's in the system, you can get them for free anyway. So I'll just put the link for you in the details and around the video, and you can check all that out for yourself for free. But that basically is how you can brand yourself, even if you're using something that isn't set up to brand you. Now, within this system, you actually can brand yourself, because you can put your details and your links within products in this system. But most systems aren't like Elite Marketing Pro. So most systems that you're using to get leads or to make residual income, or MLMs or whatever, they're not set up to brand you. So in that situation, it makes way more sense to use something that brands you in advance. And like I said, again, within Magnetic Sponsoring's Elite Marketing Pro, there is that capacity. They understand this stuff, so they've given you that capacity. It's the 6th step. But this is just for people who, they look at this step and they think, I have no idea how to do that, because that's a bit advanced with optimized press. At a later stage, you might want to graduate to this step. But if you want to do this advanced step and you want to do it in your first week, it's really, really easy. All you need to do is go to branding.withrebecca.com, and if you sign up with Elite Marketing Pro, which costs you $10 through my link, I will actually give you templates that enable you to do that. For example, let me just quickly show you one. This here is a page that I set up within the first few minutes of joining Elite Marketing Pro that converts like crazy. This is one of the things that you can set up. And it converts so well that I've just given this to anybody who joins with me. They get this template straight away. So if you want to be able to brand yourself up front straight away, get in, grab this for free from me. Leverage this video if you want to. This video gets so many views. It's actually getting more views than Magnetic Sponsoring's own videos. And it's just me being really honest about the system. If you don't like that video, take it out, put your own in there. I don't care. I just want to help people who join my team to make money and get leads as soon as humanly possible, and to do it in the most ethical and the best way that brands them in the best way. Because much as I love Elite Marketing Pro, and I really do, that's not all of who you are if you get into it. It's just a system that just completely rocks and is an easy way to earn residual income and get leads. But it's not all you are, and so it's important to brand yourself up front, as they would agree, and in fact they say that within their products, and this is a really simple way of doing that. I hope that was really helpful for someone, and like I said, if you want to join Elite Marketing Pro, my link is earn.withemp.com, and if you want to get into Priceless Possibilities so that you can build pages like this, then you just have to go to branding.withrebecca.com.